Today's world is moving so fast and everything is changing so quickly. And if you don't have a growth mindset, if you're not learning continuously, you're going to be falling behind. Gone are the days when you can learn something and sit there and be the expert forever on something. Now you've got to keep learning just to be able to stay still. And if you want to keep moving forward, then you've got to put the real effort in to learn even more. How do you learn a new skill really quickly and apply that skill so that you can keep drawing on new things? That's the subject of this vlog. Right, I'm looking for somewhere good to go around here. Ooh. This looks good. How do you do it? How do you start learning more in a really short... I didn't press a button for that. Now I've got to find how to close curtains again. Right, take two. So you need to define specifically what do you want to learn, and you're probably going to be in one of two places. The first one is you know exactly what you want to learn already, you know the skill set, you know the software, you know what it is that you want to learn, and you can go off and start finding and doing that thing. The second, which I think most people are usually in, is you've got a sense of the broad skill set or the broad outcome that you want to achieve, but you don't really know how to get there or how to start. When I wanted to start doing professional photography and earning money with photography, I knew that I needed to learn a lot more about photography. I needed to get better at using the camera, but what I didn't know was what aspects of photography did I really enjoy? What was it that I would end up doing and becoming professional at? I committed to this exploratory phase where I said, I'm going to say yes to everything. I'm going to immerse myself in photography and take part in as many different things as I can to see what it is that really resonates with me. So I committed to a 365 project and I spent every single day of a year shooting photography. Every single thing that I could try, I would do, because I knew that I would learn from all of those different things and I would start getting a sense of what I really enjoyed. You need to tap into something that you're going to enjoy. If you're not enjoying it, you're going to really struggle finding that next thing that's going to be your expertise. I really need some popcorn. This would be way better with popcorn. Aha, no popcorn. So when you find a thing that you really want to learn, you've got to start immersing yourself in that thing. Just be a complete blank canvas, soaking up as much knowledge as possible. Find the experts in that field. They're on YouTube, they're on Lynda, they're in books, they're in audiobooks. Yeah, just make them a part of your life. I love audiobooks, I listen to them constantly, and I'm always taking in new knowledge. When you're on the bus, just listen to a video, even if you can't watch it. When you're walking around, listen to podcasts, listen to audiobooks, and trust that the professionals know what they are talking about. They know how to do something. Because your next stage is going to be about applying your knowledge. Then you can start upping your skills and you'll start to see yourself rapidly moving towards the skill set of the professionals, the skill set of the experts. I think it's always good to start yourself off with a goal to say, I'm just going to do something as well as some of these experts can do it, right? Don't overburden yourself with trying to be completely new, completely creative, completely different, just to try and produce something that is as good as the experts are producing themselves. Once you start moving towards that and you can start creating on their level, then you can start adapting that and adding in your own style and your own flavor. If you try and go your own way too quickly, you're going to find it's actually going to prevent you from upping your skill. Trust in those experts and just keep going at something. The next part is actually making opportunities to start applying that knowledge and starting to learn from the application of that knowledge. You can't get good at something until you start doing it. People get good by making mistakes, and you don't see all of those mistakes, but for every good photographer, you know, there's 100,000 photos that they've taken that are absolute garbage, and you've got to get through that process. And the sooner you get on that path, and as soon as you start applying that knowledge, the more it's going to sink in and the more you're going to be able to drive yourself forward. So commit to something like a 365 project. Go and do the specific thing that you have just learned and see how it works out. It's about you just taking steps towards the outcome. So long as you're getting better each time you're doing something, then you are doing an awesome job. If you just keep focusing on that and keep doing that, you are going to get good at so many different things so quickly, and that's going to help you stand out and be an expert in your field. Home at last. So the last point you need to think about when you're trying to accelerate your learning is being critical of your own work. None of this is going to come to anything if you can't look at the stuff that you do and be critical about it and identify what you need to do better next time. That's all a key part of your development. So look back at your work, be critical, and see where you can improve for next time. So if you put all of that together, if you start from identifying what it is that you want to learn, to then immersing yourself in that learning from professionals, starting as a blank slate and then working your way through it, trusting in the advice from the pros and getting to the point where you can replicate what they do to the same standard, and then adapting it for what you do, whilst all the time throughout learning and critiquing your own development so that you can continue to improve. You are going to learn so fast, and that is it. That is the technique. So I hope you found this useful. If you haven't done it already, make sure you subscribe by hitting that subscribe link below, and hit the bell if you want to receive some notifications as well. That's it for the learning part, but if you want to stay on with me a little bit longer, I've got just a small section about me receiving a super exciting item through the post that's really helping my vlogging right now, and that is coming up next. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being with me. It's awesome to have you as part of the channel. See you all again very soon. Bye. So I've been waiting ages to get this, and I'm really excited because it's going to really help my vlogging. Let's look in it. The VideoMic Pro Plus from Rode. Really excited about getting one of these because when I did my first vlog, I was using these wireless lav mics, and whilst they sound good, they're so annoying to use because they keep running out of batteries. You have to keep checking the signal. There's two of them. You have to turn on and off. You can't really just leave them on all the time, and they're just really disruptive to trying to vlog overall. So this is a shotgun mic, and the best thing about this thing is that when you turn the camera on, it comes on as well. It is not cheap, but I'm hoping it's a really good investment. So let's check it out. Box is somewhat smashed up by DPD, so thank you so much for taking care of my package, DPD. But let's have a look. I will do a proper review of this at some point, but you've always got to love an unboxing. So here's the mic. LiPo battery goes in, 100 hours worth of charge apparently for this thing. Separate headphone jack. Some of them were built in, so if you broke the headphone jack, you'd have to replace the entire mic. Shove that on top of your camera, shove that in your camera's mic socket, and you have got yourself an awesome mic. Picks up the sound in front of the mic and not so much around it and behind it. It's a really nice way of cutting out noise. And like I say, because it comes on as soon as you turn on the camera, I think it's going to be awesome for vlogging. You can literally go, you know, I've got an idea, switch the camera on, you're good to go, the sound is there. If you've got a battery pack, you can use a battery pack to charge this on the go as well, but with 100 hours worth of charge in that, I doubt you'll be needing to. And like most of the Rodes, if not all the Rodes, they all have this suspension here that will help reduce vibration and noise coming through your equipment as you're moving it around as well. You can also get what they call a dead cat, which is a windproof mic cover for you, and you've got some extra features which I'll cover in a separate, more descriptive video around boosting your decibel count or not. You can even change the preamp as well, so you don't have to use your preamp for the camera, you can use the amp inside the mic too. That's the back. Big power button, 2 other buttons, not too complex, not cheap, but for me, the auto power on, power off was enough of a deal breaker in order to make it something I wanted to invest in. I just didn't want a mic that you had to keep turning on and off every time you wanted to turn your camera and start filming on and off. So awesome to get it, super excited.